Hey guys, welcome back to our Montana Homestead here in FS25. It's November. It's a little bit in the afternoon here. Been working all month, getting things done. This month we're going to be working on picking up silage bales. Basically, there was a lot of work, as you saw last episode. A lot of work on the farm and harvesting and such like that. And right now I'm still getting everything squared away from the harvest and ready for, we're going to be hopefully making the rest of the money we need this year. That's the whole thing, is that field, yeah, which I've mentioned several times, this field over here, this big 40-acre field. I'm determined to buy this winter. Of course, it costs $1 million. We're only a little bit over half of the way there. So we're shuffling corn into the corn dryer. I'm getting bales off the grass field, and we need to get, you know what, actually, before we mess with this, we're going to hire a worker because, yeah, as the farm gets bigger, this is some things that we need to do. We've started hiring workers for some things. We're going to get a worker out here to cultivate these fields for us. Now, I haven't hired workers yet to cultivate these because, as you may remember, this grass here is actually just planted on the field. It's not painted in grass. But that's become a real liability. It's a real pain in the butt because that means I have to cultivate while not hitting the grass and then plant while not hitting the grass every single time. So I decided we're going to hire a worker to just cultivate this field. He's going to cultivate everything, including this grass, and we'll just paint the grass in ourselves. I decided that that's, if you know what I mean, that's just been too much of a liability. So we're just going to hire a worker to go ahead and cultivate this field for us. We'll cultivate the big one ourselves. This, you know, the big 20-acre field over yonder, we'll get that one ourselves. We'll start on that today. But in the meantime, there's lots of things we can do while they work on these two fields here. So our corn dryer has been running. I'm trying to keep it running 24/7 because we have, oh, how much corn did we actually pull off of the field? Let's see. Right now in the corn dryer, we have 12,000 liters of dried corn. So here we got about 45,000 liters of corn. Yeah, about 45,000 liters there. There's 30 right now in the trailer, so that's 75 plus 115. So a little shy of 200,000 liters. Yeah, we got a little shy of 200,000 liters of corn, give or take, is what we ended up getting for the entire harvest. I didn't really know how to ballpark that. I remember last episode I was trying to ballpark it. I didn't really know where to even begin, but that's what we ended up with. Can we hit $1 million this winter? Well, the goal is, I mean, that is the goal. It's just got to happen because I want to buy that field. I want to buy the field this winter while the field's empty. I don't want to buy a field that has crops on it. 1 second here. That should be on the grain door. Tip side, grain door. Yeah, okay, there we go. There we go. Well, I just think it's more realistic if we, obviously, you want to use the grain door. That's how we... Oh, okay, so it's, that is full. That is full. Alright, let's just pull this forward. So, got some corn left in here. We'll just park this. Let's park this under the building over here. We're here in the afternoon because I've already been doing some contracts this month. Been doing some work around the area. Let's park this in here. Trying to make that $1 million mark. Okay, so now we've got some dried corn that we want to move into silo. Can we do that? Okay, so that I'm leaving the corn in that trailer because we're gonna, it's just easier if I leave it in that trailer. You know, I've kept this little tipper around, and there's a reason I've kept this little guy around, because I thought it might come in handy, and he's going to right now. We've got some dried corn. Here's the thing, the corn dryer, I want to keep fresh corn going in, and I want to keep the dried corn out so that there's room for it to keep drying. I don't want it to stop. You know, I don't want it to run out of corn at any point. I don't want it to get too full on dry corn at any point. So, like for instance, when we move into December, I don't want, you know, during the period of moving to December, I don't want it to fill up. There we go. So we'll empty this out. We're going to put this in this silo over here. I've got an extra storage tank for this silo. We're going to toss the dry corn in here is where I've been putting it. Oh yeah, so I said a little less than 200,000, right, but there's also dried corn we have. I forgot about all the dried corn that's already run through the thing. We have 48,000. So more like 240, about 240,000. liters. Yeah, I forgot about that. Wait, did I start this up? I need to start up my auger here. There we go. All right, that's running. The top's open. Yes, it is. All right. All right, now that's tipping in there. So the next thing we're going to do, let's see. So that guy is cultivating that field. He is, once he gets to the headlands, he is going to take off that grass there. But yeah, we're cleaning up after the corn harvest. Next year, I think we're going to plant wheat in these two fields, and we're going to replant corn in that far field, which we will get to ourselves. Just trying to get all this stuff. Yeah, the next thing I want to do is we're going to pick up bales, get them stored, and then we're going to head out to the our big field with our big tractor. All right, there we go. Now that's all tipped in there, and we can make sure, we can check here and see our corn dryer is now full on corn, empty on dried corn, so it can run without filling up or running out. Although it couldn't hurt to add some straw in there. I'll do that later. Later, I'll add some straw in there. Make sure we can keep running. Make sure that I unblock my axle. Yep, there we go. Okay, let's park this back. Let's park this anywhere, because actually where it's handy that we have it out, because now we can get to the big tractor. Let's just park this here right now. As long as we're over here, let's go ahead and get this guy here out. All right. John Deere here. We are taking out to the big field. This is only the second time I've ever used, I think, our new cultivator. We've got a new cultivator. I used it once for a contract. I think this might be the first time I use it on our own field, though. I got it just, if you recall, it was a few episodes ago. It was used. It was half price and used, and I picked it up because we need this for our big field. We were using that little 6-meter cultivator that the guy is running out there in that field. That is what we were using for all our fields. But now we have this bigger one here. We've had this for a while. I'm sure you've seen this parked in the barn. It's just, well, we've had it since last season, but we haven't used it yet on our field. So we're going to take this guy out to the big field. We're going to get it staged out there. I want to get these bales off of our grass field. Well, we could start this, but I'll just park this out here. The corn stalks. How many? Yeah, so the corn stalks. I was baling corn stalks. We did the most full harvest that I could do. We harvested all the corn and baled the corn stalks. And it was really weird. I'm still not sure on how this worked. Let's just park this here. The two smaller fields up here each had 12 bales. Yeah, each of them produced 12 bales of corn stalks. This field here, which is effectively, well, I'm trying to like figure this out. So here, let's look at the map. I'll show you what I mean. So this field here, which is where we're at right now, is the same size as this entire property. You know, both of these two fields and our farm, right? You can see they're both the same size. This field here, we got 12 bales of corn stalks. This field here, we got 12 bales of corn stalks, right? So I figured I should expect, what, 30 off of here, right? Because 24 plus whatever, so I figured 32, 35. No, we got 51. I can't figure that math out, but there you go. So we got about 75 bales of corn stalks. Let's check and see what we have in the bale shed, because it's been, well, that was last month. I kind of forget a little bit. I was taking them and selling them, and they sell for the same as straw. I mean, it basically is straw, right? It's the corn version of straw. Let's see, what do we have in here? We got some scraps in here. Yeah, I kept some for ourselves. You can see we've got 4 bales of corn stalks. So here we got 4 bales of corn stalks. Right here we got some straw. This straw right here is what we're saving for our corn dryer. Yeah, that's what this right here is for. And some spare corn stalks and some hay. All right, I just wanted to see what we had in there. I had to like refresh my memory. All right, now here on the grass field, we have 41 bales of silage. Well, grass, but it soon will be silage. We need to get this picked up. We're going to be storing these, well, in the hay shed. Yeah, we're going to be storing, well, the first trailer, we're going to store in the hay shed. The second trailer, we're just going to keep on, well, on the trailer. next month. It'll be fermented and we'll sell it as silage. So let's see, we want to hit $1 million. This here is, for a full trailer of silage bales, is close to $50,000. 41 bales is not quite 2 full trailers. I don't know how we're going to hit that money. So I've been trying to do work around here as I can, you know, doing contracts for extra money, because I'm not sure. Yeah, I don't know if we can hit that. That's a lot of money. I want to buy that field when it's empty, because of course in Farming Simulator you can buy fields that have crops on them and then harvest the crop and sell them. That doesn't seem right. I don't think that's, yeah, I don't think that's right. Earlier on, I was sure that we could have that money this year, and you know, maybe so. I just don't know how this stuff's going to sell. We're going to have to find out next month. This Unimog has become like the best little farm truck that you could ever hope for. It's great for things like this. Now, I know that Farming Simulator recently released a Mercedes truck DLC, which I don't have. I had this truck before that came out, so I'm just saying, if you, this is not part of the Mercedes truck DLC. This is a mod Unimog that was already out beforehand. So if you're wondering, no, I don't know. I don't have the DLC. I don't plan on getting it. Why? I mean, I do like that MB track. I like that tractor. It's a cool tractor that comes with it. But anyway, this is a mod Unimog. But they're great little farm trucks because it's got a lot of the utility of a tractor. I use it for things like this. Well, because it's got power takeoff, it's got 3-point connector and stuff like that, so it can run tractor attachments. The benefit is, whoops, I didn't mean to run into that. Boy, I don't actually do that. Oh no, get the bale, get the bale. The difference is, yeah, unlike a tractor, this thing can go 50 miles an hour, so it makes it useful for mostly running bale trailers and some bigger trailers down the road. But like right here where I'm trying to go uphill, it lacks a little bit of power, especially pulling heavy trailers. Oh yeah, after we get these bales picked up, we want to fertilize this. I use our big tractor, and of course right now it is, well, we need to get our field cultivated, our big corn field. Alright, so we're going to drop these off here. Into the hay shed they go. Alright, now there's still enough on the field. We'll pick the rest up and we'll just store them on this trailer, because I don't think we'll need this trailer again until we take them to the biogas plant, which is where we take them to sell. Yep, there goes our hired worker there cultivating our field. He's just about getting to the end of that. Then we'll put him on the other field there. Alright, and there is 41 bales pulled off the field. We're going to leave these parked on the trailer. Don't think we'll need the trailer again until next month when we take these to sell them. And shadows are getting long. It's only 3:15, but shadows are getting kind of long here, I'm noticing. What's our guy doing out here? Sometimes I keep an eye on the workers. You never know what they're doing. I'm not sure what he's doing out there. Whoops, drifted into the other lane. Oh, there's the ice cream truck. That thing drives by a lot. You know, I gotta say, that is an odd choice for custom traffic. This map has custom traffic, of course, as you see. What an odd choice. I mean, when was the last time you saw an ice cream truck drive through farmland? Not only that, but with the music playing and every 5 minutes. Like, so, yeah, odd choice, I think. What I'm saying is, of all the custom traffic the map author could have added, why choose an ice cream truck with the music playing? It's like, to be fair though, I question that because it is questionable. How about this? Regular Farming Simulator 25. Default map, Riverbend Springs. Why did they put a school bus on the traffic? See, now this is a custom map. I'm talking giant software. Why did they put a school bus in the traffic? When do you see it? Because it's the same thing as that ice cream truck. That traffic runs all the time. It's supposed to be background so it feels like a real place, right? So I put a school bus. School buses only run 2 times a day, right? So if you're just having traffic for background atmosphere, why put a school bus, and in this case an ice cream truck, the two things you would not see running all day long in farmland? Food for thought. Oh, I was going to the hay shed. No. We're just going to take this over here and park this under the garage place. Is there room? Let's see. Well, things are kind of shuffled around. You know, there's kind of not room right now. Things are a little in flux. Why don't we take this, yeah, maybe there's room in the, that long building over there. Yeah, normally let's see. You know, let's just put this over here for now. Let's put this over here. Normally it goes where that red tipper is there. That red tipper with the corn in it. We'll just park this right here. Out of the way. And let's get to cultivating our big field. Oh, let's check on our worker first. How's he doing here? Oh, he is gone. Here, let's hop out. Okay, you can keep going. I just wanted to hop right in the seat with you there for a second. Yeah, so he's got all of our grass here is gone, so we'll just paint grass in its place. That way it'll be permanent. Oh, he's just about done with this, isn't he? Yeah, he's got, after this row, he runs one run north, and then he's done. So I'll keep an eye on him, and then we'll hire him back up for this field here. All right, time for us to get to work. I saved the fun field for us to do. Yeah, I want to do the fun field myself, of course. Yeah, I want to drive the big tractor myself. All right, we are taking all this down. So this Caro here, yeah, we got this last season, I think, 10 meters wide. And, yep, we got the tractor that can run it now. For the longest time, that red and white, no, not the Steyr, but that green John Deere, well, basically those two tractors, they're kind of similar in capability. They were our strongest tractors. Now that we have this, when we have this big John Deere here, when that blue disc Caro came up for sale, luckily we have this thing to run it. And, well, the need to, because now we have some, you know, when we bought this field here, we doubled our farmland, you know. After we're done out here, we're going to want to take this tractor. Oh, the worker's done. Let's finish this row here, and we'll set him on the next field. Forget what I was saying just there, but... Oh, yeah, after we're done here, we want to take this tractor and fertilize the grass field. Luckily, the traffic has stopped. I'm going to have to fix that. 1 second here. Let's get back onto the field here. So what we got to do here, unfortunately, you know, sometimes you have to enable them a little bit. There we go. Fixed. All right. All right. Now, let's take this over. Yeah, looks okay. Just take him over here to this field. Let's go ahead and, there we go. Man, that's so nice that you can do that. You ever stop and appreciate some of the fun, you know, just conveniences of FS25? Remember in FS22, they would only work in perfectly straight lines. You had to line them up exactly, perfectly, and then tell them where to go, and you had to constantly watch them. I mean, sometimes you gotta stop and appreciate this. That you can just tell the worker what field to work on, and he actually can do it. Sometimes I forget, like FS22, it's only been a year, but sometimes it seems like it's been forever, you know? Alright, now let's... my big muddy tire tracks out in the road. Yeah, well, we're doing the headlands first, then we'll be out of the way of the road. Let's get this big headland here. What does our track look like? What is it? We got set for 2 headlands. Okay, just wanted to check that. It looks like it's getting late, but it's only 3:20. Well, I know it's November. I mean, shadows are just a bit long is all, I guess. Well, we've got the outsides of this field done. Now we could just got the, yep, just the up and down in the middle of the field. I wanted to get down by the road and down by the, well, both sides, because this borders 2 roads. So we're kind of, in a way, you could say on the home stretch here, because all we got to do now is go up and back. You can see here in the field, there's still, well, it looks like quite a bit of corn stalks. You can see there's still remnants of windrows here. Well, yeah, we're just going to till it under, just bits here and there. I'm not about to go up and down the field collecting every little bit. But yeah, here and there, there's places where the baler did miss. But it happens, it's no big deal. That guy out there, he is, yeah, he's still working on that field. I don't plan on planting these till next year, so I haven't fully decided what we're going to have in these fields. I guess this one will be corn again. The corn's been working well for us here on the farm. And the other 2 over there, they're probably going to be wheat, so we can have some straw, because I'd like to supply our own straw for the, the corn dryer. There's still some work we could do here for some money. If there's time, if I wanted to do some night farming, I'm not sure about our money. There's a lot of good paying jobs. And this being November, yeah, this is really the last chance we'll see any of these jobs. Like, if I thought that, I'm just looking at that harvest job there, that's right near our house. See, that'd be fairly easy. How big is that field? 6 hectares? It's not even that big. It's smaller than the field we're on right now. Pays well. Yeah, looks like, yep, I'm going to accept that. So yeah, there's a harvest job we're taking there. Looks like we'll be working into the night a little bit. I accepted that harvest contract. Man, that took a minute. So I feel like I'm reaching the end of what's playable on this map. Because I don't know anything about this really. Now I tried to look this up, I couldn't really find anything, but it seems to me, well, what I mean is, it seems to me I've played so long on this map that things are starting to go wrong. I don't know, and it could be not related to that, but I've noticed some textures don't look right. It's hard to explain, it's nothing here, but there's a certain field texture, it's like a plowed field texture that just doesn't look right at distances. And I tried, so what it is, okay, the plowed field texture here, let me just show you what I mean. I'm going to swap to a different vehicle. It's this, so I just want to address something here as a PSA for people who play Farming Simulator. So for me right now, this field texture here, it looks fine, except when I view it from a distance, it's looking bad. See how it gets all digital? It almost looks like Minecraft when you get back here. In fact, it starts looking like, even right here, you can see it's, yeah, and it could be a problem with the DLSS, but you can see right there, that field, it almost looks Minecrafty. And I was starting to worry about that, and I was like, I wonder what could cause that. Well, I had this theory. Swap back to this tractor here. Again, this is just kind of a out-of-character public service announcement here. I've played on this map for a while, and I thought, are weird things happening because I've been on the map too long? Now, that's my theory. When we look here, I've been on this map for 191 hours. That's definitely more time than they would ever intend you to put on a single map. Most people don't play an entire game for that many hours. Well, I've also noticed things like I'll swap vehicles and I'll leave one running. Like when I'm harvesting, I'll leave the tractor running. When I swap back to the harvester and I'll swap back, I try to leave the truck and the harvester both running, but they've been shutting off. Like anytime I swap to a vehicle, well, it seems, now this was only in one part of the map though. I think one part of the map is developing this thing where when I swap between vehicles that are more than like say 50 yards away, they shut off. That's something I noticed. And then something else I noticed is just now, and the reason I'm bringing this up is I accepted that contract. Well, when I accept contracts now, the game hangs up for like, I don't know, it was 1 or 2 minutes. When I hit OK and it said contract accepted, it hung at the dialog box for like a minute. The longer I play on this map, the more some of that stuff is screwing up. Now, I don't know if it's the map, I don't know if it's the game, but this is something I just want to put out there. It's really hard to Google. I tried Googling it, you know, can you play on a map too long or something like that? I couldn't really get anything. I could ask AI, but AI is really stupid. I don't trust it to actually tell me anything. I guess I could put a post on the forums. I could ask Yeah, that's true. I'm just not much of a forum person. Yeah, maybe one else knows what I'm talking about. Maybe I could post on the Steam forums or something or whatever. But the thing is, it's kind of worrying me. And I bring that up because, yeah, I accepted that contract just now, and it took forever for it to actually accept. Several minutes. Well, 1 or 2 minutes. But that feels like an eternity. It's set at that dialog box. And it's longer every time. I would show you. Do I think there's another one I could accept? No, because if I wanted to show you, I could just not edit out the dialog box. But trust me, you don't want to see it. It's hung at a black screen, not black screen. It hung for like a minute or two at the accepted screen. Anyway, I thought I'd put that in there. I say that because there's so much more farming I want to do here. I've obviously enjoyed my time farming here. I just hope that it keeps working. I've never put this many hours on a map, so I don't know. But I'll tell you this. So to test that, so the field texture thing, to test that, what I did was I wanted to make sure that the field textures always look like that. So I loaded up other maps because I have recently changed my graphic settings. No, the field textures don't look like that. So I started a new game here, and enabled all of my mods. Here I'm running about 162-ish mods, I think, but I have many more than that installed. I started a new game here on this map to make sure it wasn't mods, of course. I did think to check that. I started a new game here and loaded all 240 or whatever mods that I have installed, all of them. And the field textures did not look like that. So what I'm saying is I have narrowed it down to it's this save game in particular. Not this map. It's not the mods, because I loaded all 200 and some, and I had no issues, so it must be, I guess, it's the time I've put on this map. Anyway, I wanted to put all that out there, so hopefully nothing happens, but I've never put 200 hours on a map before. This is a really great map. It's great to farm on, but there's been some issues happening. Anyway, sorry to take up so much time with that, but I thought that needed mentioning, because I'm a little bit worried about what might happen here. The contract, it took about 2 minutes to accept. We'll see. Oh, and as I continue to work here, there's one thing I completely forgot to mention back there, and I probably would have put a note on the screen to clarify. Yeah, I probably just was talking about that, but for me, that was several minutes ago. I did clear out my shader cache. The first thing I thought about, literally my first thought was delete my entire shader cache folder. I did that. In regards to that weird texture that I saw that weird texture. Yeah, my first thought was delete my cache. I did. It's not that. Yeah, I've just been quiet out here for a few minutes working on this field. We got, well, basically, yeah, I'm just going back down the field getting sections that we left here. This will be done. I'm not sure here. Why don't we swap over here? I'm going to check to see how our worker's doing. He is getting close to done. Yeah, oh wow, it's so weird to see our driveway like that. I'm gonna have to plant, yeah, we'll plant that grass back there. But he's getting done here. Make sure I'm on my track there. Yeah, so he's getting done out there. We're getting done over here. I've got that field to harvest, that contract. Yeah, why don't we go check that out? Yeah, that might be something fun to do. Let's finish this row here, and let's go check that out. Of course, I'll be doing that later on in my own time. After this is over. Let's see. I didn't see what crop it was. I saw the harvester they were offering me. Hang on one second here. I didn't see what crop it was, though. It is soybeans. All right. It's a soybean field. So we're going to check on a couple things. I believe our truck is in the shop. I want to make sure our truck doesn't need repairs. And luckily that field is close by. Yeah, so our new harvester, it's simply too big to transport by trailer, so we're gonna have to drive it there, which means well, I did a harvesting contract earlier this month down south, and I actually drove the tractor all the way there. Let's shut this down here. Let's get our harvester fired up. What I'm saying is I have to drive this on the road. I don't have to shut down traffic. This will fit down the road. Why don't we give this a quick wash off before we start this new job? Yeah, I had to drive this down to the farthest reaches of the map. And now that's the place where I noticed that my engines would not stay running. It could be because it was in the farthest reaches of the map. I don't know. Again, you play on any map in any game long enough, weirdness may happen. Anyway, so we're gonna have to drive this down there. Yep, won't fit on our trailer. It's not something that, well, hey, it's a big machine. It's a big machine. We need to come down here to the shop anyway, because I'm gonna make sure our truck doesn't need repairs. Also, this is where the header for this thing is at, which we haven't used yet. In fact, it might need repairs. I haven't used this header yet. Bought this used. It's a 7.5 meter wide. Yeah, 7.6 meter header. Haven't used it yet. It probably needs repairs because I bought it used. Let's get this guy washed off. This harvester is awesome. This thing has been so incredible. I mean, we've only used it for that one harvest. Well, I've used it for a bit more, to be fair. I've used it on some contracts. That's why it's dirty now. Got a lot of use this season. All right, let's make sure these things in here don't need repairs. I'm thinking the truck probably does. That's why it's parked in here. I don't remember. It was last month I parked it in here. So yeah, repair for $1,000. And let's see, yeah, the truck. Repair for, that's the truck's first repair. But that truck has, how many? 20 hours on it. 20, can you, it's just crazy when you think about it. I have literally, I've been on this map so long, I have driven this truck for 20 hours. Like, just wrap your mind around that. Like, this truck, only thing it does is it transports stuff back and forth. It still blows me away, the time here. Like, when I look to see driving distance, 1,650 miles. How is that even possible? Going up and down fields at 6 miles an hour eventually adds up the mileage there. Yep. I mean, that's all. That's what it is. It's wild, but there you go. Can I? Maybe. I'm seeing if I can hook up that header here. Let's see. Maybe. So the truck, of course, we're gonna use the truck to pull the tippers out there. That's why I was checking it. It's gonna pull the tippers. Let's see if we can back this up to get the header trailer. I think so. I think so. There we go. Just barely. All right, let's go check this field out. Yeah, let's go check out this field. First time using this header. Haven't even had it hooked up yet. Well, no, I had to have it hooked up for at least a moment to put it on the trailer, but that would be it. I hate to think I need the headlights, but it's a little dark outside. Shadows are getting a little long. We'll need them eventually anyway. Yeah, so this will fit on the road, but we gotta mind our space here. Yeah, just enough space, but this is why you gotta love America. Gotta love America because there is room to move these on the road. I don't know about other countries. I've only ever been to America. Like most Americans, well, there's really no need to leave America. It kind of, everything you need is kind of right here. But the point is, I don't know about other countries, but here we do have room for this kind of stuff to move. I guess, well, I've got friends in other countries, and I guess in some places where they have smaller roads, I guess they have to move some stuff like this, like at nighttime or such like that, or maybe they use back roads. I don't know. Mostly here, I'm watching to make sure I don't clip these street signs on the side of the road. There's just enough room to not clip those. But we're taking this just down past these red barns up here. Let's turn this on the map. Yeah, I usually don't run the map on, but this will help me see. I think I know where the field is. Yeah, I can see it there on the mini map. It's way up there in the distance. All right, hopefully no traffic comes on this bridge because there ain't room. Because there ain't room for more cars. Wait, this is the right road, right? I better check. I think I'm on the right road. Oh, yeah, okay. I was going to say, I am, but there's the field right there. Okay, well, let's just pull over here. Yeah, I knew it was up in this direction. We'll just carefully cross this. Alright, so this guy is ready to go here. Let's go ahead and shut him down. I'm going to go and catch a ride back to the farm. Let's grab our truck. Alright, so we're going to get the tippers hooked up. So we've still got, well, the guy is just about done probably out in that field, or he might be done by now. We've got our John Deere, our big John Deere out in the field cultivating. That's getting close to done. And then we're going to head out there and obviously we're going to harvest this soybean field. It's all about trying to hit that $1 million mark this year to buy that field. And it looks like we're pretty far off because we're only halfway there. But we have a heck of a lot of crops to sell later on this year. And so we're going to find out. I'm going to put as much work in as I can. And, well, you guys will find out next episode because I don't know yet. But next time, we're going to see, can we hit that $1 million mark? As you can see, I am working into the evening to try everything I can to get as much money as I can to make sure, because I simply don't know right now. Guys, I'm going to get out here and get to work. Thanks so much for watching. Let me know if you have any comments or questions or remarks down in the comments below. I always read the comments, of course, and I'll hook up with you guys down there. I had to make that note about I didn't like to step out of character for that long talking about things, but there might be something to the fact I've been on this map for almost 200 hours. I hope not, but I'm starting to see glitches and stuff that my gamer instinct tells me I may have been on this map too long. I don't know, but we're going to see. Thanks a lot, guys. Let me know, and I'll catch you guys real soon. Peace out.